Hey everybody, this is Hadrian. Thanks for watching. Let's play some more of our tutorial in Civilization 5. So we are going to take Lisbon from Portugal. That's just a nice show of force. Let's see. Speaking of that, we need to go ahead and get some of these units moved. I'll move that unit up there. These are our two great scientists, so we're going to go ahead and use them both. So we just instantly discovered that one technology we were just working on. And here's our other great scientist, so we're going to use him too. And notice the next technology we research is going to take just one turn, which is awesome. Which is awesome. Let's go to the next turn and get ready to move on Lisbon. All right, so the Maya are starting to get frustrated with us, probably because we're becoming a world power. Just a hunch. All right, so they will vote yes on the International Space Station. And they'll open their borders if I give them whales. Okay. Hiawatha has made peace with Pakal. Interesting. So in the next turn, we should be able to upgrade all of these fighters on our carrier to be jet fighters, because they are in our territory and ready to be upgraded, and we have lots of money. We also will be able to do a ton of damage to Lisbon because we have a number of battleships in range and ready to fire. Good night. Alright, so this nuclear missile just needs to go to sleep. That's the one that's on board. We want these to be closer to Lisbon. Alright, you can camp there. What I was saying is that that's the nuclear missile that is on board the nuclear submarine that I have on the way. Alright, so this... Ooh, +1 range. That's handy. Yeah, let's give them that. Okay, time to start firing on Lisbon. Actually, trade places, fire on Lisbon, because you just got +1 range. Awesome. So these ships can both fire on Lisbon now. Okay. So this is going quite well. Setia is in a really good position now. Airport, military academy, military base. Awesome. Choose research. Nuclear fusion. Ooh, giant death robot. Let's see if we can get one of those before the tutorial's up. Those are always fun, right? Those are what you would call an endgame unit. Just a very powerful military unit that's designed to help end the game pretty quickly. They take some uranium to build, though, so we're going to have to save that up. Where's our nuclear sub? Right there? Right, so this nuclear sub is going to be in range to hit Maria pretty soon. Nuclear explosions have a blast radius of 2 tiles, so everything here will be affected. So not quite there. So maybe I just should hit Funkal with one. I don't quite know what I'm going to fire on. Alright, so these fighters need to be upgraded. Your unit must be in a city to upgrade. Okay. Transfer to Braga then. Ugh, that's so annoying. Alright, so this worker is... I don't really need you anymore. Oh, I didn't want to move you. Well, that's useless. Alright, whatever. Alright, so this artillery is now in range of Lisbon. Can't quite fire on them, but that's okay. Alright, Maria's capital now belongs to us. We've annexed it. And looks like they transferred their capital to Funkal, which is perfect because I can use a nuke on Fun Call to wear it down pretty quickly. So now let's go ahead and queue up what we need to in this city. Hydro plant, sure. Coliseum, okay. Alright, so that mechanized infantry is going to be ready to roll in on Fun Call soon. Both of these are already in range to fire on Fun Call, which is great. And I'm going to have you fortify. This is our great general. You're going to be right there. This mechanized infantry is also going to fortify. Our nuclear sub. Let's see, is the missile in range? Oh wait, no, that's not our. It's in range. Time to hit Fun Call. This is what you get for not taking peace when we offered it to you. Alright, so that place has just been torn up. In the next turn, we should be able... Actually, we should be able to move on Fun Call pretty soon. Oh, crap. I didn't realize that that sub was in range of Coimbra. I moved them by accident and didn't realize it. We will also get a cultural policy in the very next turn, which will be good. It is 2046 AD, turn 493. So some of our city-state allies are very happy with us right now. All right, city connection between Braga has been established, city connection between Porto has been established, and Lisbon has been established. You've accumulated enough culture to found a social policy. Resting point of influence is increased by 20. All city-states which are allies produce a science bonus equal to 25% of what they produce for themselves. Sure. Let's promote this unit to have extra bombardment against land units. Let's promote this destroyer to be stronger against cities and then have them fortify. And then these two units are going to fire on Fun Call. And then I can't quite take Fun Call in this turn, but I will in the next turn. And then we'll see if we can get peace from Maria. Alright, so these fighters are ready to upgrade now. So we have jet fighters now, as opposed to just standard issue fighters, so to speak. We're going to move this out of range of that city and have them fortify. Put you on alert status, have you fortify. Put you on alert status, have you fortify. Put you on alert status. You on alert status. All right, cool. So yeah, we no longer have the ability to use our battleships unless we were going to try and take Coimbra by force, which we could. We totally could. All right, so it looks like some anti-aircraft defenses have moved in, which is adorable. All right, Poland's not happy that we've proposed... What did we propose that you're not happy with? The International Space Station? Get over it. Okay, nuclear fission is going to be done so we can officially build some giant death robots, hopefully within our last 5 turns. We could potentially buy one. Let's see about that. Could I buy one in one of the cities I have here? Like Lisbon? Oh, Lisbon's still in resistance. What about Porto? Porto's still in resistance. Braga is not in resistance. Purchase! Giant death robot! There he is. There's our giant death robot. They're fun. I like giant death robots. Alright, Villanova de Gaia is ready for some more production, so let's queue some stuff up here. Doesn't really matter anymore. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there because within 5 turns, we will be done, folks. Going to research stealth. Again, not that it matters. Alright, and now let's fire on Fun Call. And we should also... No, I don't want to use my jets to fire on anti-artillery. That would... Or anti-aircraft missiles, because that would be silly. This is a mobile SAM site, basically. All right, so we're going to take Funkal. We're going to annex it. And now, all right, so she decided to make Coimbra her capital. Ugh, you are just annoying the crap out of me. All right, negotiate peace. We'll take Goa from you. Okay, so she gave us Goa. We're going to annex it. All right, and now we have the opportunity to potentially make some new friends. Need another 171 to take Tyre from them. So they continue to have insane amounts of influence over Tyre. Yeah, they actually have a lot of influence over all their city-state allies. It's kind of stupid. How do they have so much influence? It's crazy. I was talking about how I would be able to steal some of these city-states from them, but I can't. Because Maria just has profound influence over them. Oh well. Alright, let's... I really wasn't paying attention to what I was queuing up there. I'm not going to lie. What else needs to be added to this queue? Barracks, wall, temple, bank, zoo. Sure. Carrier. So we've made peace with Maria. We've owned most of her territory now, which is hilarious. Let's go to the next turn. It is turn 495. We're 5 turns away from the end of the series. This could actually be the last episode. I didn't go into this episode realizing it would be the last one, but we're moving through the turns so quickly. The Tyre election has been rigged. That's good. Yerevan election has been rigged. That's good. City connection has been established. Phone call and I'm guessing Goa, yep, have been connected. So we need to clean up our thoroughly nuked territory here. Can't purchase a worker in phone call just yet because it's still in resistance, but I can purchase a worker in Porto. Hey, giant death robot. Why don't you go over there and intimidate people? Alright, so this is probably going to get defeated. What I'm going to do is split my votes this way. Should be good. So we're going to try and defeat that while also enacting our proposed policy. And this ship can just chill out now. These fighters can go on intercept mode, which is really cool. If there's any other fighters in the air, enemy fighters, that were to fly near them, those units would fly out and actually dogfight and intercept them. It's really cool. Of course, they would also attack bombers, given the opportunity. This rocket artillery. I can airlift this rocket artillery to a number of spaces because of my airports, which is nice. I don't really need a worker over here, do I? Delete. This destroyer, I'm going to delete as well. Moving into turn 497. Pretty solid victory coming up. Let's have a look. Yep, this is our score. This is everyone else's score. Pretty awesome modern Roman Empire, if I do say so myself. We control most of Europe with the exception of Singapore. Good, the world ideology vote failed. Let's go ahead. You know what? No, I'm not going to put anything into the new project here. There's no point. There's no point at all. Oh, there is one building worth talking about. This is a tutorial. So, spaceship factories are buildable once you are moving towards the science victory. And notice that you get an additional production bonus when you're building spaceship parts. It also gives... They also take a certain amount of aluminum to build 1 aluminum per spaceship factory. But they give your city +3 production as well. So it's just helpful when you're going for the science victory and you're trying to build the spaceship as quickly as possible. Like, let's say you're in a race against another player. Someone else is very close, you know, to being able to have the science victory as well. That's just a handy technique. Buy another worker. This unit needs orders. Go on alert. This worker needs to build railways ASAP. Next turn. Okay, this worker needs to head up that direction. You need to scrub some fallout. This mechanized infantry can just stay fortified. Next turn. That was nice and quick, wasn't it? Alright, so Maria is talking crap. But it's okay, we're a few turns away from the victory. Lisbon is still in resistance. Funchal and Porto are not. So their former capital is not happy with us. We could take over Maria's territory right now if we wanted to. There'd be no point. We're in the final turn of the game, but we could if we wanted to. Alright, this worker needs to scrub fallout. You need to repair that tile. You can go back to going on alert mode. And next turn. I can't remember if we win on 500 or after ending the 500th turn. Nice to have another golden age. Notice we're making 1,000 culture every single turn. It's crazy. Also making a ton of money. So we definitely, if the game were not about to end, we could use the money from this golden age, this income, to help steal some of these city-state allies from Maria. But at this point, the better strategy is just to annihilate her. There it is!
The world has been convulsed by war. Many great and powerful civilizations have fallen, but you have survived and emerged victorious. The world will long remember your glorious triumph.
All right, let's take a second to look at the demographics. So we're number 1 in all categories. Have the largest population, 98 million. I'm sure we have more than that at this point. But that's how many we have. The average is only 24 million per civilization. And then, of course, as you can see, every other category is great. Ranking, we've achieved the level of Augustus Caesar. Dang, Skippy. So these are just, this is based on your score, on how many points you earned during the game. It just gives you, different, like, titles, basically. And then this is the replay. This will be worth watching. So if we look at the map, let's play it. Let's take a second to watch what's happened here. So this was very early on. You could see our civilization burgeoning there. I think the second city we founded was right there, right? Antium? Yeah. there it is. Almost through the first 100 turns. This is always fun to do for me. So there's our additional city. So at this point, Hiawatha was actually ahead of us. Maria was ahead of us. This is, you might remember pretty early in the tutorial, I was like, wow, some of these other empires score-wise are actually doing pretty well. This is why. But then as you can see, the purple continued to kind of overwhelm Africa. Okay, that's when we founded our 2 cities down there. I think that's Ravenna, and that was Mediolana, but I don't remember what that city was called. It's been so long since I paid attention to what was going on in there. We never had to worry about fighting here at all. This was always like the safest area. And that's really ideal when you are playing any kind of map-based territory game. You want to have an area that's mostly protected and sealed off. Now, the Inca could have caused problems, right? The Maya, rather, could have caused problems, but didn't have to worry about it. It looks like our war with Poland is going to be coming up pretty soon. It's going to start with Vatican City going down, and you'll see that one go as well, then that one, then that one. Yeah. This is awesome. So our territory is now spreading out into the ocean, which is why the purple area doesn't quite look like, oh, there goes, yep, here's our war with Poland. That's going to be ours in a second, I think. Yep, boom. So that was our peace with Poland. But yeah, that's why this doesn't look like Africa anymore, because our territory is actually out over the water at this point. We're into the last 400 turns now, or the last 100 turns. We're past turn 400 now, which is good. And then this is where it gets funny. Oh yeah, look at it blink back and forth because it went. Oh, that's funny. All right, there it is. So it's fun that you can do that. Plus, then you can look at the messages. You can look at the graph, so you can see kind of how we stacked up. We're the gold bar. Can really pull up just about anything. And as you can see, we're far and away leading in the majority. This is building maintenance, so this is actually how much money we were spending on building maintenance. Culture per turn, doing great. No one was keeping up. Playing on higher difficulty levels, of course, the graphs wouldn't look like this. The civilizations would be higher up here, kind of keeping up with you. But anyway, that's it for the tutorial. It's been a lot of fun recording this tutorial for you guys. I will continue to kind of keep things open for commentary for at least a few weeks, so that now that we've seen the whole thing, you guys can say, well, there's this, topic that I wish you would have covered a little bit more on. I think there's still one guy that I said I would do a half episode for. I've just been really, really busy that I need to do on a particular topic. I can't remember what it was, but I'll go back and find the comment. But yeah, I'll be making new half episodes just to round it out. And then, of course, stay tuned. Actually, by the time you're watching this, you might have already seen it. I'll do an announcement video to kind of let you guys know, hey, the series has ended. The last episode is coming up. Yeah, at this point, actually, if you're watching this, then the announcement video would have already been out for a day or two. But the end of the series is coming up. So, we will be doing a look back for this series. Not because it's been a particularly long series, but because it's worth talking about. It was my first tutorial. And on top of that, it's an extra opportunity to really talk about what topics were covered, what topics, should be covered before I completely wrap the tutorial up entirely. So that'll give us an opportunity to cover all ground that we need to, and for you guys to ask some last questions about the series or the game or what have you. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. A lot of you have come to the channel while this series has been going, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have the commentary and the back and forth that we've had while the series has been going. I was just talking to one of my commenters, Brian, earlier today about how kind of bittersweet it feels that the series is over, but we're going to do Eternal Empire next, and it's time to do Eternal Empire. I've been so excited about this series for so long, so stay tuned for that. If you're a Total War fan, we're going to get back into Total War, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to record the intro episode so I can tell you a little bit more. Again, thank you very much for watching. I will continue to do historical strategy, grand strategy type stuff at 12 for those of you who are new to the channel who don't quite know how all that works. So stay tuned for more content, whether it's Total War or otherwise. But at this point, I'm rambling just because I don't want this to end. But it's ending. I appreciate you for being here, and I'll see you guys next series.